Hello, it's Dr. Kim Duramo. I just did a really powerful session with a woman that she said we could share some of the tapping we did. One of the things that was coming up for her that was most limiting, she'd shift her energy and be into greater power. Her pain would go away, her symptoms have gone away, but then there'd still be this contraction around work. And she told me, I have to work 30 hours a week and I have to do this thing I don't want to do. And it was all this heaviness around like, this is just part of life. You have to do it this way, and not really creating a lot of possibilities. And as we know from mind body medicine, that really contracts our system. It contracts our nervous system into like shutdown. It creates inflammation in the body and cellular inflammation. It even changes the way our DNA functions. It's massive when we buy into these ideas like, I have to do this. This is ridiculous. What am I just going to not show up? And that wouldn't be good. And we're not actually allowing new possibilities. And it is very likened to when we think about the elephants. You have the baby elephants. You might have heard this analogy a million times. And they, put a little rope around the elephants that's too high and too strong for them to get beyond it. And the elephants eventually learn like, all right, there's the barrier. I can't get over this rope. I can't break it. I'm just going to stay within the boundaries of this rope. This is my reality, period, the end. And then they grow up and they're bigger, stronger elephants, and they can walk right over the rope. They can fight through the rope, step on the rope. It's not a barrier, but it's linked into their neurology. This is my line. I can't go beyond this. And they literally don't even see the possibility of walking beyond it. And this has been shown in many different animals as well as humans, that we just stop seeing those doorways open. They're not even there. We're literally blocking them out of our awareness. So instead of like walking through the doorway, taking that opportunity, making that phone call, stepping over the rope, like just step over the rope, we actually have it in the nervous system. That is not possible. We don't even see it. If someone starts telling us, we're like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I already know I can't do that. So it's insane, but that's how the nervous system functions. So what we did in the tapping was to unwind that. And at the end, I felt so strongly, this is a really universal tapping session. And she said that we could use this, we could share this. So I wanted to share this with you. At the end of it, so I was tuning into her energy system the whole time, which was like moving really fast, letting this in. But she's lived in her mind so long. She's like, I don't know, I don't feel it. I don't know if I'm getting this. So at the very end of it, we did a little more integration to get out of the head and into the heart. It's an easy thing to do, but when we're operating in the elephant with the little rope, we're like, what are you talking about? I don't know. I can't do that. It doesn't work. I can't. What do you mean? We're functioning in the same mind where the limitation exists. The only way to move beyond that, got to go into a higher frequency. When you drop from the mind to the heart, you're no longer in that dimension. You're no longer creating those neurologic patterns. You're no longer generating that inflammation. You literally change your physiology and you literally change your brain wiring. This is so powerful. So stay tuned for the end part to drop into the heart. There's also I have some videos on heart coherence. When you breathe into the heart, you're recalibrating your whole nervous system. It's so powerful. So stay tuned for the end for that, because I know so many of us live in the head, and that's sort of the coping mechanism of like how we get through the life that's so otherwise so heavy. We check out. So let's see if we can unwind that, because I know some really, really huge things are ready to happen for the planet, specifically around work and money and how we see reality, from like working in the slave system to like, whoa, what do I really want to create? What do I really want to put my energy and time into that would actually be a massive contribution to humanity and a massive wealth for yourself and others. So I hope that this session we've done is really powerful for you as well. And thank you to this beautiful woman. I will keep her name anonymous, although she did say we could share this, for allowing us to share from her private session. See you. Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We're going to use some tapping, okay?
Okay.
All right. And I want you to feel the heaviness of work and the density and the oppression and the impotence of powerlessness. Say everything that is my work.
Everything that is my work.
And my ideas about it.
And my ideas about it.
30 hours a week.
30 hours a week.
Doing this thing that's dead.
Doing this thing that's dead.
What if I open to choose peace instead?
What if I open to choose peace instead?
All this heaviness.
All this heaviness.
Dread. I have to do this.
I have to do this.
I see no way out. Okay, yes.
I see no way out.
What if I open to allow peace anyway?
What if I open to allow peace anyway?
This heaviest layer of my life.
This heaviest layer of my life.
All this oppression.
All this oppression.
Of my work.
Of my work.
I don't have a choice.
I don't have a choice.
And all the ideas that go with that.
And all the ideas that go with that.
What if I choose to open instead?
What if I choose to open instead?
And allow unthinkable peace and guidance.
And allow unthinkable peace and guidance.
Good inner eye, all the heaviness that is my work.
All the heaviness that is my work.
Outer eye, this idea, I have to do this.
This idea that I have to do this.
I have no choice.
I have no choice.
Under the eye, it's the only option.
It's the only option.
And so I take this option.
And so I take this option.
Under the nose, but it feels so heavy.
But it feels so heavy.
So oppressive.
So oppressive.
On the chin. I don't have a choice.
I don't have a choice.
And everything that goes along with this.
And everything that goes along with this.
Under the collarbone. So I keep doing it day after day.
So I keep doing it day after day.
30 hours a week.
30 hours a week.
So much of my energy goes into this.
So much of my energy goes into this.
Under the arm, the part of me that thinks I don't have a choice.
The part of me that thinks I don't have a choice.
And lives in this powerlessness.
And lives in this powerlessness.
Up of the head. I'm just going to observe this.
I'm just going to observe this.
And be willing to sense all the heaviness that's here.
And be willing to sense all the heaviness that's here.
Okay, inner eye, breathing in. It's okay to sense all of this.
It's okay to sense all of this.
Outer eye, what if I let it in even more fully?
What if I let it in even more fully?
Under the eye, what if I let all of it into my system?
What if I let all of it into my system?
Under the nose, without closure.
Without closure.
Or numbing.
Or numbing.
On the chin, it might feel really overwhelming.
It might feel really overwhelming.
To this part of me who doesn't know.
To this part of me that doesn't know.
That I'm a transmuter.
That I'm a transmuter.
Under the collarbone. All the ways I learned to resist this experience.
All the ways that I learned to resist this experience.
By just working harder to get through it.
By just working harder to get through it.
And get it over with.
And get it over with.
Like it's the necessary evil.
Like it's the necessary evil.
And there's nothing I can do.
And there's nothing I can do.
All these ideas about my powerlessness.
All these ideas about my powerlessness.
Under the arm. So I don't even question that conclusion.
So I don't even question that conclusion.
And I don't see the other possibilities.
And I don't see the other possibilities.
Top of the head, even though it feels so heavy.
Even though I feel so heavy.
There's part of me that doesn't even question this conclusion.
There's part of me that doesn't even question this conclusion.
Okay, breathe in and breathe out. And let it all go. Good. All right, we're going to keep going unless there's anything you need in the meantime.
No, thank you.
Okay, inner eye. If my system is creating my reality,
if my system is creating my reality,
what might I allow to shift in me?
What might I allow to shift in me?
Outer eye. I wonder what that might be like.
I wonder what that might be like.
I'd have to stop making myself wrong.
I'd have to stop making myself wrong.
Stop putting pressure on myself.
Stop putting pressure on myself.
And stop seeing myself as separate.
And stop seeing myself as separate.
Under the eye. I do know I'm an infinite being.
I do know I'm an infinite being.
With infinite capabilities.
With infinite capabilities.
And I could let myself be a little more open.
And I could let myself be a little more open.
That could really feel good.
That could really feel good.
Under the nose, what if I give myself the gift of feeling that good?
What if I give myself the gift of feeling that good?
For no reason at all.
For no reason at all.
Okay, hold on a sec. Except just for giving myself that gift.
Except just for giving myself this gift.
On the chin, being generous with myself.
Be generous with myself.
And let things be a reflection of that.
And let things be a reflection of that.
What if I'm so loving and generous with myself?
What if I'm so loving and generous with myself?
That all of life opens up and is loving and generous with me.
That all of life opens up and is generous with me.
Under the collarbone. That could be amazing.
That could be amazing.
Is that something I would let happen?
Is that something I would let happen?
I'd have to be a really good receiver.
I'd have to be a really good receiver.
And let in possibilities.
And let in possibilities.
Under the arm that don't appear to exist now.
That don't appear to exist now.
Every time it doesn't appear to exist.
Every time it doesn't appear to exist.
I'm going to question that conclusion.
I'm going to question that conclusion.
And soften in my body.
And soften in my body.
Top of the head and breathe in a way that feels so good.
And I'm going to breathe in a way that feels so good.
That all the universe has to open to me.
That all the universe has to open to me.
Because that's how it works.
Because that's how it works.
It's all a reflection of me.
It's all a reflection of me.
Take a deep breath. Yeah, I either let the outer apparent reality dictate how I feel, what I see, what I think, and what I choose. There's so much more here, Karen. You freaking are so powerful. Or I question that and say, wait, what does my truth have for me? What does my wisdom have for me? What do I know that I know that I know? Heavy, light. It's black and white. It's simple, simple, simple. The mind will complicate it. Heavy and light is black and white as you can possibly get. All right, we're going to keep going because there's more.
Okay.
Okay. What if I'm actually here?
What if I'm actually here?
To shift the collective.
To shift the collective.
Millions who've bought into this lie.
Millions who've bought into this lie.
Of powerlessness.
Of powerlessness.
Outer eye, living in slavery.
Living in slavery.
As if there's no choice.
As if there's no choice.
Under the eye, we were taught to see it this way.
We were taught to see it this way.
And our developing brains just kept it.
And our developing brains just kept
Yeah,
it.
it's like the elephants, little baby elephants, right? It is locked in. It is in the neurology. Say, just because it's in my neurology doesn't mean it's true.
Just because it's in my neurology doesn't mean it's true.
Under the nose. And my neurology is receptive and changeable.
My neurology is receptive and changeable.
It's neuroplasticity.
It's neuroplasticity.
Everything is plastic.
Everything is plastic.
It's all changeable. It's all morphable. It's all responding to me. It's all responding to my consciousness. On the chin, it will show up according to what I'm holding about it.
It will show up according to, sorry, what was that?
What I'm holding on it.
What I'm holding on it.
Under the collarbone. I have developed so much sensitivity.
I have developed so much sensitivity
and awareness.
And awareness.
And I know there's infinite power available.
And I know there's infinite power available.
What if I access that infinite power?
What if I access that infinite power?
To let unthinkable things happen.
To let unthinkable things happen.
Not just for me.
Not just for me.
For all the world.
For all the world.
Things that break the spell.
Things that break the spell.
I've been a leader in it.
I've been a leader in it.
I had to find some serious courage to trust my knowing.
I had to find some serious courage to trust my knowing.
To trust what feels light and free.
To trust what feels light and free.
In the face of what feels hard and impossible.
In the face of what feels hard and impossible.
But I found courage to do this.
But I found the courage to do this.
And open to my true self.
And open to my true self.
Under the arm for me and for all of us.
For me and for all of us.
I feel the pain of humanity.
I feel the pain of humanity.
All of those living in this conclusion.
All of those living in this conclusion.
And so we don't know what to do.
And so we don't know what to do.
To let something higher be created.
To let something higher be created.
I know. And so I want you to see the whole collective of humanity living in this. And they're like, what are you talking about? I have to get up and go to work today. That's the only possibility. I can't do it otherwise. What are you telling me? Say, I know your pain.
I know your pain.
I have felt it as my own.
I have felt it as my own.
Top of the head. I came here into this reality.
I came here into this reality.
And this third dimension.
And this third dimension.
To have the experience.
To have the experience.
To be in this realm.
To be in this realm.
And I know what it's like.
And I know what it's like.
To feel like it's who I am.
To feel like it's who I am.
To feel like it's what's true.
To feel like it's what's true.
And forget the truth that I know.
And forget the truth that I know.
But inner eye, we're almost there. So for me and for you.
So for me and for you.
Out of great compassion.
Out of great compassion.
For the pain we've lived.
For the pain we've lived.
Outer eye, I will open with love.
I will open with love.
For all the ways we've believed this to be true.
For all the ways we've believed this to be true.
Under the eye. For all the ways we got stuck living there.
For all the ways we got stuck living there.
As if it was reality.
As if it was reality.
Under the nose. As if it was more powerful than us.
As if it was more powerful than us.
On the chin, and we complied. We complied accordingly.
And we complied accordingly.
And used our own power.
And used our own power.
To prove that limitation.
to prove that limitation.
Right, over and over. It's like, well, I really can't go. And if I try, I'm just going to prove I'm going to fall on my ass and fail. And there really is no other way. In that neurologic pattern. Yes, so just keep affirming that.
In that neurologic pattern.
We're absolutely right.
We're absolutely right.
We are stuck.
We're stuck.
But it doesn't mean what we think it means.
But it doesn't mean what we think it means.
Under the collarbone. We've forgotten the essential truth.
We've forgotten the essential truth.
We are the creators.
We are the creators.
What we focus on expands.
What we focus on expands.
What we resist persists.
What we resist persists.
When we close to our own fear and powerlessness,
when we close to our own fear and powerlessness,
it gets more played out in our lives.
It gets more played out in our lives.
And I will show all of us this.
And I will show all of this.
All of us this. By opening in myself.
By opening in myself.
Opening to all the ways I feel powerless.
Opening to all the ways that I feel powerless.
All the heaviness of this reality.
All the heaviness of this reality.
The heaviness of this idea.
The heaviness of this idea.
That I have to do this job.
That I have to do this job.
That there's no choice.
That there's no choice.
Under the arm, all I'm going to do is open and feel the heaviness.
All I'm going to do is open and feel the heaviness.
And say yes and breathe.
And say yes and breathe.
For you and for me.
For you and for me.
Top of the head, I will stay open and breathe through the energy.
I will stay open and breathe through the energy.
Instead of closing to avoid it.
Instead of closing to avoid it.
Okay, put your hands right on your heart. And I want you to breathe, and you're going to open your heart in the greatest space of compassion, love. I know the truth. I remember my power. It's okay to have played it out as if I'm powerless. It's okay to still be playing it out as if I'm powerless. Just affirm the truth lives in me anyway. The truth lives in me anyway.
The truth lives in me anyway.
And so I will breathe this with everything I've got.
So I will breathe this with everything that I've got.
Okay, now from the openness of the true divine power that you are, you can't not be, I want you to breathe in as if all of those individuals are all in front of you, the whole collective of sludging away, trudging away. I'm in the slave system. I have no choice, drinking on the weekends to try to just make it survivable, doing all kinds of crazy things to avoid the density of this reality. And I want you to open with great compassion. And I want you to breathe this in as if it's this dark, dark, heavy, heavy cloud of like destruction and fear and oppression. And say, I know myself to be the light.
I know myself to be the light.
That is infinite.
That is infinite.
And so with the infinite compassion that I am.
And so with the infinite compassion that I am.
I welcome this energy and these ideas.
I will welcome this energy and these ideas.
Okay, they're just ideas. They're not reality. They have no power. So I want you to welcome it. And it's like breathing in a black cloud. Breathe it right into your heart, which is infinite light. And see the heart expand, and let this transmute. Your heart will transmute it back to light. And then you're going to exhale light back to all in that collective, including your small self, who's part of that. And breathe back this knowing, this light, this truth. This is Tonglen meditation where we allow the transmutation to be activated. So I want you to do 10 breaths, breathing in the dark cloud all the way into the heart of the heart of the heart. Because I can, because I know who I am, because I'm remembering The more I remember and choose this path, the more powerful in light I become. Now exhale light back out to this collective, including your small self who doesn't know. Breathing in the heaviness, the darkness, the dread. I don't know. It's not possible. You can't do this. Breathing out the light that I am. Your system already is a transmuter. You don't have to know how to do this. It does. Your wisdom does. Breathe it all the way out. Breathing in, it's not okay. What are you doing? This is dangerous. Breathe it all in the light of, I know that I know. And then exhale, exhale, light of purity, of knowing, of divinity. Keep going. This is the most powerful thing you've ever done in your life, transmuting the deepest, deepest aspect that's plagued your life, haunted your life from the space of knowing. Breathe in the dark. Exhale the light. All is well. We are free. We are creators. We're here to be free. When we free ourselves, what we create is beautiful and the world works. Breathing in the darkness of not knowing that. Breathe it right into the heart. It knows what to do. Exhale. See the light coming out to this collective where we've not known. 2 more, breathing in the cloud, the dark, the heavy, what I've avoided. It's only what I resist that persists. What I embrace transmutes. It's okay. And then exhale. All the light. Last one. I do this because I choose to experience myself as the light. That is the main reason. And then exhale that light back out to the entire collective, including all parts of you. And then just relax and just resume normal breathing. And then tell this whole group, you can receive this whenever you're ready.
You can receive this whenever you're ready.
I begin living this now.
I begin living this now.
I'm letting my reality, of course, reflect it.
I'm letting my reality, of course, reflect this.
It's okay for me to do this.
It's okay for me to do this.
And step beyond what I knew.
And step beyond what I knew.
And be this loving and generous with myself and others.
And be this loving and generous with myself and with others.
Because I know the truth.
Because I know the truth.
Okay, take a deep breath in. Out way beyond your body, way beyond your auric field, way beyond all your known, unknown parts of your life, way beyond the whole universe. Let everything go. Okay to let it go. It's okay to forgive yourself. Anyways, you played out the old reality. It's all awesome. It's all part of your expansion. And so it is. Well done.
Thank you.
You're a very powerful person. You have a huge amount of willingness. If you begin recognizing that and celebrating that, you're going to feel amazing, and this will all be so very obvious. And it's okay to be walking in the world where others don't see it yet. It doesn't matter. They wake up when they wake up. Everything in life is serving their awakening. It's going to get more painful and unmanageable until they let this in.
Okay.
Do you mind if we share this piece we did, just the whole tapping piece? Because I think this is pretty universal. This is something really ready to move in the collective, like in a massive way. So I think this would be super helpful for so many people.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you. Any other pieces?
No, I don't feel like I'm getting a lot of this, but I think I need to listen back to the video again. And I think it's that part of me that thinks I can't do this. I think I go into a bit of panic, and I just, when you're sort of talking through it all, and there's my small self saying, oh, but I'm not getting this. I don't understand.
Yeah.
You know.
When you do the Tonglen, put that small self there. We communicated from your higher self. And the more you do this, the more you'll witness that one. Your system let this in powerfully. Like, it doesn't come from me. I'm not making this up. It's almost like your higher self is communicating it through me. So you're ready for this. The biggest thing I would say for you is play with heavy light. So if you're like, okay, this is all crap, I'm not getting it, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm not good enough, I'm not advanced enough yet. Okay, heavier light. How does it feel when I even buy into those thoughts? And then move into a different space. Part of me is receiving. This is coming from my highest self. It's getting integrated. It doesn't matter what timing it takes to get integrated. I can let this in breath by breath by breath. The truth is the truth and cannot be threatened. And then feel that heavier light. So where was the first one?
I struggle with the heavy and the light thing.
Okay, so just feel what you said earlier. I don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe I just got to get it. Maybe I'm not good enough at this yet. And now I just want you to feel your body and feel your energy field. If you did know, heavier.
It's funny because it should feel heavy, but I'm not sure that it does.
Okay, so just feel what you feel from your clarity. I want you to say out loud, I'm not getting it.
I'm not getting it.
I need to get this.
I need to get this.
I'm not doing it right.
I'm not doing it right.
Something's wrong.
Something's wrong.
Okay, now I want you to feel your energy field. Expand your awareness beyond you. And don't even label it heavy light, just register what that is, okay? And now I want you to switch channels, and I want you to feel, I just want you to, let's see what we can let in from this point. It's perfect. I don't think I'm getting it.
It's perfect. I don't think I'm getting it.
That's the old self.
That's the old self.
Coming up to be seen.
Coming up to be seen.
That's the old self coming up to be transmuted.
That's the old self coming up to be transmuted.
The old self that creates the limitation.
The old self that, sorry, what was that?
Creates
the
limitation.
The limitation.
And keeps me in jail.
And keeps me
in jail.
Oh, jail. Yep, keeps me in jail.
Okay. Now I just want you to breathe into that, in and out, and just register the frequency of that. Because sometimes we can say true or false, but light and heavy is a little less conclusive. So if you did know for between the first one and the second one, which one felt lighter?
I can't really feel.
If you did know. If you did know.
I would say the second is lighter.
Okay, so put your hand on your head, on your heart. What if I were willing to tune in even more fully?
What if I were willing to tune in even more fully?
To know what I know.
To know what I know.
From clarity.
From clarity.
Instead of from the mind.
Instead of from the mind.
So I could let things in so effortlessly and quickly.
So I could let things in so effortlessly and quickly.
And the truth manifests so quickly in my life.
And the truth manifests so quickly in my life.
Would I be willing to live like that
Would I be willing to live like that
instead of living from the protective personality?
instead of living from the protective personality?
Okay, take a deep breath. Okay, what are you feeling now, if you did know?
I don't know. That's the thing. I just don't really.
Not from the head, from the heart. Feel your heart,
Okay.
from your heart.
Feels light.
Are you willing to start living from the heart?
Yes, I
Are you
am.
willing to surrender living from the head?
Yes,
Okay, just
I
repeat
am.
after me. I see the head just keeps me confused
I see the head just keeps me confused
and not knowing.
and not knowing,
When inside, I always know.
when inside I always know.
There's a deeper space in me
There's a deeper space in me
where I always know.
where I always know.
Would I be willing to drop in
Would I be willing to drop in
and live from that space?
and live from that space?
Yeah, and drop in is just head to heart. Take a little elevator.
Yeah.
See the elevator go down and
Yeah.
you feel the space. So
Mm.
how did that land?
Yeah, I can sense more. I can sense more lightness.
You will practice dropping into the heart
Mm.
as your tool. Remember, we talked about all the
I
people
think
that
that
are
will definitely
high.
help.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. It's a necessity.
Yeah.
Because if we go into those dense spaces and we're like, I have to do this, I have to do this, we have to desensitize if we're going to make ourselves keep going. Otherwise, we'll be like suicidal. We have to, if we're not going to listen to the guidance and we're going to just keep doing the slave thing, we have to desensitize. So you've practiced that for like decades of your life. You
Yeah.
just got to practice for a couple of weeks, the opposite of dropping in like, nope, I'm not going to go to the head. And the head will say like, I don't know. I don't feel anything. Drop in, feel the belly, breathe the belly, put your hands on your heart, take the elevator down from the head, like, even in vocal, I've been doing a lot of vocal lessons and you'll go, ah, you go from head voice to chest voice. Ah, it doesn't have to sound smooth. Begin resonating up here and then you drop it down here and you resonate here. So tapping on the heart, breathing into the heart, doing the voice, take an elevator. You're going to practice this over the next couple of weeks as the only thing, because the mind's going to be like, but what about this? Am I doing it right? And you can live in the realm of the mind and get absolutely nowhere. Or you can just like, oh, things don't seem to be clear. I'm going to drop in. I'm going to drop in. Over and over, drop in.
Okay. Yeah, that's helpful.
How does that feel?
Yeah, that feels like something I can do and I can get my head around.
Or not.
Or not. Well, yeah. I've blown it, haven't I? Get my heart around.
Yes. Yes. No more getting your head. That's your old self. She wants to get her head around it. That's control, understanding. I've got this, but you actually have nothing, right? There's nothing there.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just feel if there's anything else to be considered. Yeah, so just say life is always on my side to show me.
Life is always on my side to show me.
When I notice there's tension,
when I notice there's tension,
I'll choose to drop in.
I'll choose to drop in.
When I notice there's lack
When I notice there's lack.
or confusion, that's how it might show up for you, as confusion.
Yeah.
Or confusion.
Or confusion.
I will remember to drop in.
I will remember to drop in.
There is nothing else to do.
There is nothing else to do.
Okay, take a deep breath. That's it. There you have it. Oh, so much better. Thank you, beautiful.
Thank you. Okay.